mention, I don't know why I said Nomad. It'd also be interesting to see either a Blackbeard or a Glass get banned out, simply due to how those B windows can be played out when you're playing upstairs in console office. It's just really tough to fight a really good Blackbeard player, such as, you know, Yeti, or I think on Organized Chaos, if it's Merc or Art. I'm not exactly too sure who it is on OC's side, but I know that Yeti can play a pretty mean Blackbeard.
Yeah, we will see how it goes down. We were going to see a Jackal ban, as I would have predicted, and we'll see exactly how that's going to work out for them as Organized Chaos start their bans, as we see a Glaz coming out from them.
Yeah, Jackal and Glass being banned off the board, it's a bit surprising to me that it's Jackal being banned. I'm assuming that it's because Disrupt has a big roam game coming through, and a Valkyrie getting banned here. This map, I've mentioned it before. I think I mentioned it last week that Consulate is Valkyrie's playground, so a pretty good op ban to come out there. And the fourth operator to get removed is going to be Echo. So a lot of intel already taken off the board away from the defense.
Yeah, Echo's a pretty big ban here. Of course, that is going to leave Mirror up, which you don't see a huge amount of Mirror on this particular map, but she can be useful, and I did say during the pre-game that Mirror can be pretty effective moving through here. So we'll see how that does work out, and we'll see exactly if any team does choose to bring that Mirror, but Disrupt are going to opt to not to do that just yet unless they do 6th pick, but I doubt they'll stick on some Mirror with an upstairs defense without a castle as well. And we'll see a console office and meeting room defense. What do you think about the lineup so far? I think the only thing for me that's kind of out there is the Ela.
Yeah, the Ela is really out there. It'll be interesting how Yeti seems to play it. I do know that some teams will bring Ela shotgun and play on the yellow stairs and just try to keep control of it as best as they can. I'm not exactly too sure what Yeti will be running on Ela this time around. If we can try to see if we can see exactly what the kind of setup that Yeti is running. It'd be interesting to see what he's doing. Yeah. Oh, so he's actually bringing the Scorpion this time around. So again, my prediction just goes right out the window.
That's unlucky. From the way that they're bringing the Book and the Habana, I would imagine from OC there is going to be an admin take. What they're going to do is probably going to be moving through onto that copy printer room area, just on like the east side. Push through there, Book open the top of Projector, and they are going to be like throwing nades through there, trying to move Evil Waffle out of that position. Kind of a power position to play, although I kind of would have thought he would play like a shield in that area. But yeah, like, and just use the Habana to open up into there. I mean, the big advantage using the Habana here is you can open it from a distance. Like, using the Thermite, you need to be right up to that wall, right? So,
yeah. Jeremy, as we saw just a few seconds ago, he'll be repelling on the copy room windows. Yeti kind of going for, I think he was trying to go for a bit of a late flank, at least at the end of the prep phase. But so far, he's retreated back into sight, and I think he's going to be assisting Evil Waffle inside of that projector room.
Yeah, round number 1 getting underway. We'll see exactly how it is going to be moving through, but already seeing admin control, and this is looking very, very, very good for OC. They already have pretty much all the control that they need right now, and Force is going to rotate accordingly. And also, like, great efficient usage of Habana charges here. That's going to allow Gomi to cut off any rotates as well as they start to move all the way through. But Spades with the first early kill. That's going to be Oasis going down so early on. The Habana going down early on. But, I mean, that's not a massive utility pick because Habana's basically already done a job at this point. But that means we haven't quite opened up like a walkable area in there to project.
Faults getting the first opening frag for OC is going to be trading out Spades on the pulse downstairs. So that bodes really well for Organized Chaos. With only a minute 20 left to play out, Modega's going to shut down Faults with an early run out through the main lobby. Nomad off the board, no more air jabs to be in play, and Disrupt are looking very primed to win out this first round.
Yeah, I mean, OC is still looking like in a very vulnerable situation. I mean, they have all the control that they need right now, and they do have that opening frag onto Spades. That means there's going to be a lot of intel off the board, but Yeti just white peeks out on the Ela red dot gang from Yeti as he peeks out to try and get another kill. He does so. Yeti with the 2k there, Merc goes down. It's all down to Art in a 1v4 clutch situation to see how it's going to go down. Art does take down Yeti, however, does manage to refrag. Quiz a 1v3. Does have a frag grenade of his own to try and trade out, but there we go, move all the way through. He knows that someone is Spyro. Modiga just playing very, very patiently, but it is not going to get picked. There we go. Modiga takes down R. Very easily done from Disrupted as they take round number 1. Very well done from them. Very heavily aggressive.
I think that gunfight really came down to Art having little ammo to work with. I think he maybe had about 12 shots left in that magazine, using about 8 to spray through the statue, trying to see if he can wall through onto Modiga. But unfortunately, ran out of ammo, tried to switch over to the pistol. And Modiga is there to finally shut down the remaining member coming out from Organized Chaos. And Disrupt, moving up 1-0.
Yeah, really well played from Disrupt indeed, moving it to 1-0, as you say. But defense, kind of the easier part here, and the take that OC did was pretty default. Like, it's a take that pretty much everyone knows, and if you see a Buck in the lineup, you're probably going to expect them to do it. So, moving through into round number 2, we are going to see a downstairs defense coming out from Disrupt. This is kind of the site where I would imagine you bring the mirror if on any site, but we're not actually going to see it being brought just yet. Do you think that's because mirror is normally banned here, or is it just not something they really want to do here? I mean, where would you even fit the mirror in utility-wise here?
Well, the wall that Modiga right there was reinforcing, that's where you normally play one mirror. Another one could be upstairs inside a bathroom, but it really just comes down to whether or not if a team exactly has a strategy for that. I think the Disrupt, since mirror is pretty much almost an instant ban, given that she has such a powerful gadget, that's pretty much the only reason as to why I see that they're not bringing the mirror downstairs on this basement hold. And it also could just be that this specific strat just doesn't call for a mirror. So we'll see how it plays out.
We've seen quite a lot in the past, and we've seen a lot of teams do this, where you use a mirror to hold the bathroom upstairs. And that can be pretty effective. I mean, we saw that even before. We saw like mute shotgun playing in there. Remember, Farrell used to do stuff like that, where you play mute shotgun here before even got SMG-11. But oh my god, OC opened up the garage, and they're just all in. Art takes one down, Gurmy takes one down, but Evil Waffle is there to try and frag. Art cannot land those shots with a pistol, but oh, the panic comes out. Art to score the kill. Full scores 2, and Organized Chaos just in a flurry take round number 2. Absolute blitzkrieg from them.
Absolutely big rush plan coming out from Organized Chaos. I don't think that Disrupt was ready for that at all. And just like that, and I think in the span of 40 seconds maybe, Organized Chaos just completely takes control of the entire garage and takes down all 5 members of Disrupt.
Beautifully done from OC. Great read from them as well to realize how spread out their defense was to allow them to do that so quickly and so easily. As we will move through for another downstairs defense, hopefully Disrupted won't let them get away with the same thing twice, as we'll move through for pretty much the same lineups from both teams as well.
Yeah, not too much changed out, given that it's the same bomb site. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see another rush plant coming out again, but you know, being it only in the second round that they came for a rush plant, I don't see it happening this round. I just contradicted myself. But either way, we could see some adaptations coming out from DG. Maybe some better positioning to deal with how the attack comes out from Organized Chaos.
Yeah, they just clearly weren't very prepared for the rush whatsoever. I mean, we weren't prepared either, because I didn't expect this man to just run all the way in. I think Evil Waffle could have shut that entire thing down, however, but there was a bit of panic from him and Art. Just as like the adrenaline rush gets to you, right? I mean, panic is happening at that point, but hopefully Disrupt won't be too spread out this time.
Yeah, you could really see it happening. I think it was between, I think it was Evil Waffle, because Reed was the first one to die. It was Evil Waffle and Art just getting into a very awkward scuffle. Art missing a lot of his, Art using a lot of his pistol ammo because he ran out of it on the C8, and just really came down to really poor timing coming out from Evil Waffle.
Yeah, well, Merc is going to make his way all the way through Printer already. Should we go for this quick roam clear as he does, getting all the way in here. Yeti still holding down, however, where he can. Might be able to get a kill for himself because he's playing a very close position. And it's got Modiga for the crossbow. Modiga goes for a peek. Art and Modiga both take quite a lot of hits, but Yeti's the one who scores the first kill of the round. Art goes down. And now this is not looking too good for Merc as he tries to push around, but Spades from below also peeking him out. But there we go, Yeti with the shotgun takes down Merc easy as that Modiga picks up Fultz as the tree frags try and come through. We have a 3-man rotate from Disrupt all upstairs now. And this is not looking good for OC. Their room clears all over the place right now, and they're not being able to get a single refrag coming through from them. As Oasis tries to move through to get a frag of his own. But we're not going to see anything go down just yet. Yeti going to be playing around on the bottom of Visa here as Oasis does pick up Spades. That's Nitro off the board. And more importantly, this Spades off the board with a Pulse. So there's a lot of info off the board, but they're going to have to start doing a little bit more work here if they want to bring this in.
Oasis going ahead and moving down the Visa stairs solo. Meanwhile, Gurmy is inside a spiral. Meanwhile, that's going to be Modiga downed inside of Piano. And just like that, I don't know exactly why Oasis is solo pushing through Visa stairs, because he just got fragged out by Evil Waffle. It's now all up to Gurmy in a 1v3, technically, because Modiga is down, pushing down the spiral stairs. He needs to pick up that diffuser. I think that Yeti was trying to go for a bait, looking through the floor, seeing through, but meanwhile, Modiga, I think he's gonna get and then finished off by Gurmy, but Gurmy's not caring for that too much. Yeti wide peeks with the shotgun.
Yeah, he's crazy right now, but yes, he's actually going to TK Modiga before Gurmy can secure the kill. Beautiful. That is exactly what you like to see. As Gurmy is the last one remaining in a 1v3. The smokes go out onto yellow stairs, but he can't find his entry just yet. He's going to rotate down spiral, just sprint it away, trying to get his 12 feet along. But yeah, he's spotted out. It's all barricaded security, and then we go Yeti, good wide peek out. Disrupt, take round number 3. Easy as that. Really good roam clear from them. Sorry, roam game from them. Really bad roam clear from OC.
Yeti with the nice flick. I think Yeti recently switched over to 4-3 if I'm not mistaken, so he's hitting a lot more shots consistently on those 1x sites that you would normally see him from, and just an absolute monster of a beast coming out that last round from all of DG. You had, I think it was Modiga picking up 2? Yeah, Modiga picked up 2 upstairs and Yeti got 1, so it instantly came down to a 5v2, and Disrupt are looking absolutely solid coming out. A 6-pick, however, trading away the mirror for a Pulse for DG as they head on upstairs to console office. I agree with that pick.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
How so?
Mira isn't too useful in my opinion upstairs. I mean, granted, you know, you have the one-way mirrors to look on through at the B window, but the Pulse just provides so much information, giving the exact locations of the attackers that are caught within his cardiac sensor. He has a Nitro to work with underneath, and you know, Organized Chaos, at least the first round that we saw, it worked out very well with Spades on that Pulse.
It did work out very, very well indeed. Moving into round number 4, however, and we are going to see how Disrupt is really going to play this through. Like, they've been playing off the kind of same intel level whale. The Alibi is kind of interesting here. I mean, Alibi's got a great gun, right? But the utility isn't exactly ideal. I think it could be okay for this area. The only areas I ever really see Alibi utility actually come down in a good way is areas where you're trying to protect rotates, right?
Yeah. Alibi's decoys are not that hard to tell. At least when you're droning it out, it's not hard to find out. But if you're just face checking everything and you don't know exactly if that's a person or not, giving away your position can be really vital. But already Merc taking down Spades, Pulse off the board with a very quick entry frag heading in downstairs through the garage.
Yeah, great early kill coming out from Merc. Spades goes down instantly. That's a huge amount of intel off the board, but more importantly, that's a Nitro off the board. But you see Disrupt are ready for that refrag. Modiga going to be playing around onto the bottom of Spiral to see what he can do as Merc slowly creeps up onto Visa. He's going to get droned all the way in. Modiga still going to be playing around this area. Still very wary about this Merc on the roam hunt. But overall, still things looking pretty good for Disrupt. I mean, even though it's a 5v4, we still have roamers on the board from Disrupt. And honestly, there hasn't been that much push onto the site just yet. But there we go. Wishes are going to come down in a very similar way to we've seen OC do it in the past, with that Book and Habana combo coming through into the projector wall very, very nicely. It was Merc goes with the pre-fires to try and get them down. But no, we did see Maestro still on the site. What do you think of the progress so far, Chris?
And the progress is really working in Organized Chaos's favor. Half the round is already about to just be gone, and already Organized Chaos has a ton of map control. Art taking control outside on that A balcony on the rappel. Upside down is going to be really difficult for Disrupt if Art is able to find some opening picks, but Coming into the final minute 15 now. Art will elect to get off of the repel, disrupt, getting their phones rung. Yeti trying to go for some shots, gets really aggressive and lands the shot onto Art, but who instantly gets traded out by Fultz. Meanwhile, Evil Waffle with the trade onto Gurmy. 3v3, rotating through the connector. Modiga's presence has been found. Art, that's actually Fultz. Oh my god.
That's Merc. Merc does get the kill onto Modiga and shuts him down. So now we're 3v2 situation, but we still have plenty of utility and plenty of stuff available here for Disrupt. Evil Waffle and Reed still holding it down where they can. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. It's still a 3v2. We still have man advantage in the favor of Organized Chaos. And they've still got a little bit of utility on the board that they can use, but they're really running out of time. If they've got to move, they've got to make a play, they've got to make it into the site, as Merc has made his way onto Yellow Stairs. I don't think Reed even knows that he's here right now. This could be really good for Merc to try and get an early kill, or just to hold the angle while the rest of his teammates try and rotate. He's going to be pushing all the way in here. Evil Waffle peeks out the connector, but they're going to know he's here, tries to deny the plug, but he can't get it. He gets caught between the crossfire. Oasis takes him down, and Fultz takes out Reed as he tries to reorganize himself, and wide peek out. Organized Chaos, run number 4. Very well played by them.
Very good round adaptation coming out from Organized Chaos. And that air jab sitting at the bottom of Vista Stairs really put a dent and a stop coming out from the flank from Modiga. He tried to adjust himself, but Merc with the better reflexes and crosshair placement, taking down Modiga, that was the difference maker in that round.
It was 100% the difference maker in that round. So we'll move further through into round number 5. I really don't know which way this is going, because there's been such heavy aggression from both teams and such early frags that it really just seems to be whoever gets the first frag, right?
Yeah, pretty much whoever gets the opening frag will win out the round. And with the first 2 rounds, pretty much the first round was played upstairs in console office, and I think it was Spades that got the opening frag with the nitro cell on the floor. And then the following round we had Disrupt go into the garage. Just an absolute monstrous entrance coming in. I think all 4 members, or 4 out of 5 members coming out from OC, pushed their way through in the garage. And then the following round we had a very quick flurry of frags coming in from Modiga and Yeti upstairs inside a projector that won them that 3rd round. And then this last round with Spades getting down very early on in the first 40 seconds, and with no pulse on the board and no information to be given, that was really good for Organized Chaos to make a very big capitalization on.
It was very good indeed. But moving further into round number 5, we can see another upstairs defense from Disrupt. This has gone the exact same way for OC every single time. They brought the same lineup almost every single time. And just the Buck and Habana combo, you know what push they're going to do. But with the smoke coming into this now, from Docby, this does now open up a console push, and this is kind of what I was saying about maybe banning an operator that has smokes to try and deny this console push coming through. And I'm honestly kind of surprised they're not bringing a Capita for this particular push.
Yeah, Spades has been lit up to 15 HP, I want to say. I'm not exactly too sure who he got into an early scuffle with. It could have been Merc on his entry, and Merc not able to finish the final shot that needed to go onto Spades. Merc will elect to hop in, and the flashbangs coming on through is enough to stun Reed and cause his death, and Merc has already assumed control inside of bathroom. He'll elect to hop out and try to regroup with his team, make a better force of entry.
I'm amazed he just gave up that control, but maybe he's thinking because Spades is still on the board here with the Nitro, that if he stays in bathroom holding an angle, he's going to get picked, but he's going to be the one who picks Spades. He's going to be down, but Yeti looking for that refrag and looking to save his teammate right now, as Merc desperate to find this frag right now, but the drones are going to come out. Yeti almost TKing, but he came drone out twice. He just starts to abandon the position on Yellow Stairs. He abandons his teammate, but Modiga does take down Merc while he tries to confirm the frag. Great shot from Modiga, but a great positioning from him, more importantly, will even the scoreboard out into a 4v4. That was just really bad mistiming from him, but Oasis will score the kill onto Spades finally, and now he's control of the bottom of Yellow. Fultz finds one to Modiga, finally getting that frag, and running all the way up onto Yellow, but can't find Yeti. Is ready for the refrag, however, has completely cut off his rotate, just perched up onto the skylight like this, but it's a 2v2, and Fultz is kind of on his own right now to try and frag out, but Yeti on a sliver of HP, no grenades left from Art. All he has to do is just hope that Fultz can push into position that he's going to force a rotate from Yeti. I don't even know if Yeti even realizes that Art is just perched up like this. I mean, I really wouldn't be, but they know that Fultz is in the site. but they have control of diffusers. There's no real reason for them to peek out. Fultz has to win his engagement, but there we go. It looks like he's just going to completely drop off instead. Fultz just in the site. Of course, no diffuser, as I've mentioned. He's going to try and come around. Has to really get this kill onto Evil Waffle. One of these people has to go down if they really want to bring this through. They'll realize he's in the connector. And Art will rappel down onto the console windows to see if he can get a frag. But Evil Waffle's playing pretty safe here. He's got that wall to next to him and reinforced. I mean, all he has to do is just watch the connector window, and there we go. Evil Waffle will take down Fultz. Easy as that. And Art will be the last one remaining from OC. He'll just repel in and try and get some frags, but no, Evil Waffle won't let him have it. He'll peek outside the connector, and Disrupt will take round number 5. Very well done from them.
Very great round coming out from Disrupt, and really good adaptation despite the flurry of frags that were, or despite the flurry of pressure really coming out from Merc outside of benches. The opening frag, I think it was onto Merc, was it not? From Modiga?
Yeah. As Merc tried to confirm the kill onto Spades, but
yeah, Spades was downed, and I think really once the Yeti gave up trying to revive Spades downstairs, Spades was just playing bait for his life right there.
Yeah, no, correct. I mean, it was kind of weird because they had 2 drones down there. They confirmed all of it. Yeti abandoned the position, and Modiga still gets away with it because the Merc is absolutely sick of it. He's going to move on to the Blackbeard from the Ash entry, which he's actually been doing surprisingly well on so far. But we are going to see a downstairs defense again coming out from Disrupt. Last time, this was a very aggressive roam coming out from there, which OC decided to challenge directly. I honestly don't think that was the best move from them.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It resulted in 3 members from Organized Chaos being picked off very early on. I believe it was Merc, no, yeah, it was Merc, Fultz, and Art, leaving it all to Oasis and Gurmy, which we saw Oasis just make a solo push with Diffuser as Thermite, walking down the Visa stairs instead of regrouping with Gurmy, trying to take a 2v5 the smart way. He tried to go for a bit of an unexpected play and ended up paying the price for it.
Well, this is going to be the final defense, of course, for Disrupt before we see them move on to the attack. But so far, I'd say the defenses have looked a little bit shaky early on, but they've definitely picked up the pace, and they've definitely, you know, warmed up a little bit and got into the square of things moving forward. So, round number 6, what are you thinking about here? We're running pretty much the same lineup we've seen every other round, but we're now seeing the Blackbeard coming out from Merc. Do you think this is really going to change anything?
I think it could. It's the Blackbeard hasn't been brought out at all. But with these holes that Reed is utilizing, Modiga getting the first pick onto Merc, and that's the Blackbeard off the board. How does
I guess he's not going to do anything then. That's unlucky. Well, there we go. Modiga is going to pick up the first kill, the frag of the game, of the round, sorry. And he's going to go down very, very early on. So as we talk about the Blackbeard, Cass's Curse his, and he's going to go down very early on. But yeah, that's a good point. How does the Blackbeard die that early? I think he went to benches and tried to contest Modiga from there on the cross, but yeah, he just got taken down immediately. But yet he's still holding it above here as well. And this is kind of the advantage of playing a very heavy early roam game coming on Consulate, is having this vertical control into your favor. But this is also kind of why I was expecting maybe a mirror play from Disruptor, like to try and hold Bathroom.
Yeah, Mirror definitely makes holding Bathroom a whole lot easier. Art can assume control already upstairs inside a console office. So if he plays his cards right with that game knowledge that you would hope that he possesses, he could buck down below and maybe, just maybe, find a frag onto Yeti.
Potentially. But Gurmy going to be holding down outside of the breach here. See what he can do. But there's really been not a lot of movement because they've really lost that entry insanely early on. As Fultz gets the pick onto Yeti, really well done from him, as that's the Nitro off the board. But more importantly, that's Yeti stairs off the board.
Modiga making a bit of a late flank now. Fultz pushing on up through that benches hall. Oasis has been down, and that's Diffuser no longer in the hands of Organized Chaos. Art gonna frag off Modiga upstairs. Evil Waffle taking a ton of damage, and Art comes up big with the second. Meanwhile, Spades is gonna trade it out onto Oasis. Spades has been down, and it's all up to Reed in a 2v1 versus Fultz and Art. 45 seconds left to play out, and Reed just has to play time and keep control of that Diffuser.
Yeah, I mean, he's got in a pretty good position so far, but it is a 2v1. But that Alda in close quarters can be very, very deadly indeed. Fultz going to move all the way through. He knows he's going to be in security room somewhere, but just peeking through those bullet holes, Reed's actually in a really good position right now to try and get that frag. but people are just moving in. Disrupt due to, sorry, OC due to control the diffuser. False starts to plant it down as a pre-fires come down from Art to make sure that Reed can't push up as really aggressively gets on the diffuser. No faults as he goes back to plant the diffuser again, but Maestro playing around the back of Van. Art won't let him have it, and Art with the 4K organized chaos to round number 6.
Yeah, really poor positioning at the end of that push coming out from Reed. I think that if he was holding that angle, maybe not leaning and just like having a straight angle, I think he's able to find the headshot that's needed onto Fultz. But nonetheless, Organized Chaos were able to band themselves together and move on into the second half of this map at a 3-3 split.
So, 3-3 split, all evened up. Is this kind of the scoreline you would be expecting at this point?
A 3-3 split? I think so. Organized Chaos, not a team to be underestimated. Same thing for DG, despite the unfortunate setback that they had last week. So far throughout this entire matchup, it's really been fun to watch, fun to spectate and cast, and I think that given how Organized Chaos is very confident on their defense, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Organized Chaos take away 4 out of 4 rounds in the next coming rounds.
I mean, this is a map that can really go either way, and we've seen this being very, very back and forth so far, but it's going to be a lot about how this is going to be played out and what we're going to be seeing, and the substance we're going to be seeing. But again, we see that kind of book strategy coming out from Yeti, but we don't see the Hibana being used there, and I kind of feel like this is a lineup that's meant to attack the basement and not meant to attack upstairs. So it's interesting that we're actually seeing a lobby defense, but I mean, what you got to realize is this is basically an upstairs attack at the end of the day.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Yeah, lobby as actually one of Organized Chaos's pretty much preferred bomb site when they start their defense on Consulate. You can look back in the VOD from last week, but Gurmy getting a frag onto Modigga, he'll take down the Ash, instantly getting traded out by Spades. So 1 for 1, one FBI operator for the other.
That's honestly really not worth it for Gurmy to have done that, because that's now your info off the board, that's still your nitro off the board. We've seen how effective Pulse can be on this map so far already from when Spades was playing him. So that's actually a really good trade for Disrupt to have done that, and that was really aggressive from Gurmy. I mean, I get doing it because it's an easy early frag, but the fact that he picked the Ash and he didn't pick a more important operator is just unlucky for him. But there we go. 1 minute into the round on the clock, as this is the OC with a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, they've already wasted off a minute. Not too much has happened besides Gurmy and Modigga getting traded out for each other. I think that's going to be Art situated upstairs inside of Projector Room. And like you mentioned before, they're taking control of upstairs very quickly from DG. And Art being the so a duo roamer upstairs alongside Merc. If DG drones this out, I think they could probably maybe go for a... They actually don't even have smokes, so that's really interesting coming out from DG.
Yeah, no flashbacks are gonna come down, but oh my word! This man just got deleted! There goes Spades! And that's already your Nomad off the table. Nades are gonna come through to try and push him out of position, but Art is still in such a strong area right now to just hold this down and waste as much time as possible. Fultz also playing with him, but the nade comes through. Art goes down like a brick of potatoes. But there we go. Fultz is going to try and pick up the frag, but not able to do just yet. Yeti pushes all the way down. Unable to get the kill onto Fultz just yet. Still just trying to waste time. He's moved into connector and sees exactly what he can do. Holding down the rotate as well. It's actually a really good angle for him to have as well, with Merc holding down to his other side. And just the frags should start to be coming in just now. 35 seconds left to go on the clock. Yeti just moves in. He just removes Merc. Tries to get another kill as well. We'll still see... And we'll see the other people playing up here. So you see Art just playing around onto the connector to see what he can do, but no, it's going to be Fultz playing there as well, as he holds down the angle. But Yeti still holding it down where he can. It's just a final few seconds. Yeti trying to bait out with a repel sound, but not able to do just yet. 10 seconds left to go, and they really have to make a play. Evolve will try and plant the diffuser down, but no, Fultz will catch him out. There we go. Yeti goes down. And the diffuser will start to try and go down. The last few seconds of the round, Oasis moves in. He takes down Reed, and Oasis with the double kill to finish it out. Evil Waffle goes down, and Organized Chaos will take that very first defense.
Really poor time management coming out for Disrupt. At the end right there, they're pretty much just trying to go for frags because they know that they can't get rid of the evilized. I don't exactly know if Disrupt utilized the EMPs coming out from the Thatcher on Evil Waffle, but Evil Waffle checks the wrong corner at the wrong time. Oasis comes up big with 2 exit frags, and Organized Chaos yet again move on to a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, looking on to a 4-3 lead indeed, looking very, very good for them. As we will move through, it'll be Cafeteria Garage defense coming out from Organized Chaos. So, them taking the surprise site of Lobby Press Room to start with, and winning it has put them in a massive tactical advantage, because now they can really just go anywhere, right? And them going downstairs might not be anticipated, but the fact that the lineup that they did, like, the Thermite here is just a really weird choice for me. The fact that there's no Hibana in this lineup is kind of like, makes me think you only really bring this for a downstairs attack, which means that Disrupt must be thinking that it's going to be almost always a downstairs defense first for OC. Whether that's down to mod review or something else, I'm not sure. But I don't know, the Thermite upstairs is kind of interesting. So the beat jammers are going to go down, and just these little tables, and that's going to deny, as our observer points out, any drones coming through any of these kind of doorways through into the antechamber and into the spiral stairs.
Yeah, bomb set's actually downstairs in garage, Sternab. You kept saying it was upstairs.
No, I said that if it was upstairs,
the
Thermite wouldn't be useful.
Okay, I see, yeah. Thermite wouldn't be useful, yeah. Hibana makes a lot more sense for attacking the console bomb site. But, yeah, like you mentioned before, it also could just be that that Disrupt calls for a Thermite. But, wow, an early C4 big waste coming out from Gurmy.
I'm really surprised that didn't actually kill Spades there, because it really looked like it was just about to connect. Like, these were Spades or Modiga. That would have been a great C4, but I guess it just missed by like an inch or something. But really, that is just upsetting. But there we go. Disrupt are going to still go through. That's already Nitro off the board as well, so looking pretty good for them as they move in for an admin take. So must be going for a pretty heavy roam clear here as they start to move upstairs to take that control.
Modiga going to already assume control alongside Yeti and Reed upstairs. I think Reed's on the rappel outside of console office. So Disrupt just trying to go for a quick roam clear as best as they can. And that C4 with Gurmy, I think it was far too away from the building, because Spades didn't even take a scratch of damage.
Not a scratch of damage, indeed. Spades is going to be moving through onto the Visa stairs to see what he can do. But Merc going to be holding down the spiral as well, as we see this bathroom hold. And honestly, like, with this bathroom hold, I really would have thought that we would see a mirror. But this isn't actually that bad even without the mirror. As I said before, we see Feral used to do this kind of thing even when Mute didn't have an SMG-11, and you would run Mute Shotgun. Playing the bathroom is a very strong position to play, and it's very hard to get your drone in here and try and guess which side of the door that, you know, the Mute is going to be playing. And of course, you know, you jumps below, and that's going to really deny all that intel. So Modiga going to try and get in here and see what he can do, and just hold down. But Yeti going to be opening it from the opposite side on yellow stairs to see if he can get a frag here. But then we can move all the way in. Modiga takes the long angle, and Fultz goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Modiga going for a potential second frag there as Merc peeks on through the floorboards. Not going to find anything just yet. Modiga going to utilize the breaching rounds to go for some upstairs breaching. I'm not exactly too sure exactly where Yeti is located, but Merc and Gurmy will be situated now over on the A bomb site.
Yeah, well, panels 1 and 3 will get opened up. Evil Waffle looking for his push straight in. Yeti does get the entry kill as well. Spades getting one of his own. It's all down to Oasis to bring this in a 1v5. This man's on the other side of the map. In like a hallway, he does find one. There we go. Spades goes down, gets caught with his pants down as Oasis moves all the way through. Goes for the pre-fire. Sees the kills that he can get, but the AR-33 comes out from Reed, and the plant goes down. Oasis move through onto security hallways to see if he can try and get a frag onto pipes, but no, Yeti, he's just better. He stands up, he frags down Oasis, and Disrupt take round number 8 in their very first attack round.
Very great round coming out from Disrupt, tying things now 4-4. This is probably the best matchup that we've had so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a very, very, very back and forth. It's not been like, oh, you went this site, so you just won it, and then you go the off site and you lose it, like how this normally goes down. We've seen the same sites be taken, but it's gone very, very this way and then that way, and then it's been all over the place for both teams so far. We still see Yeti just doing work today on that 10-5. Just beautifully done from him. He's managed to win quite a lot of his consistent gunfights so far.
Yeah, unfortunately for Merc, I think he had 5 assists to his name, so had he won 5 of those 5 gunfights, he'd be sitting at an 8-6 standing right now, but unfortunately he's 3-6 currently. Meanwhile, leading the pack for Organized Chaos is going to be Art and Folt with 8, and Yeti just absolutely having a monstrous performance.
So, moving through into round number 9, we are going to see an upstairs defense for the first time from OC, but I imagine this is going to be held in a fairly similar way to how we saw the lobby press room get held, which was actually a very successful defense from OC, but this time they'll bring in the Rook. We do see now Fultz is on the pulse rather than Gurmy. That might be a good choice considering what we've seen from Gurmy in the past samples.
Gurmy going to be on the Maestro this time around, whereas you'd normally see sometimes Oasis, but the good thing about Organized Chaos is how flexible they are with their operator pool. Pretty much anyone can play any operator that's required for this team.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I think you'll find that with quite a lot of teams at Challenger League level, that it's more just people just pick whatever's needed. Other than really specialized operators like Smoke, you tend to see a very kind of like varied. It's more like roles, like if you play an anchor or you play an entry. It's more like that rather than if you see like strict operator types. But we'll see how it does go down. I'll see the first frag of the round does go into Fultz's favor. There goes Modigga so early on. And we'll see rotates are going to come through early on. But that's Ash off the table. It's not a huge pick utility-wise, but it is a pick nonetheless. And that is one of the stronger fraggers from DG Gon as well.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard the audio cue coming out from Smoke, but Art is only down to his SMG-11, so if he gets into a close-range gunfight, he's going to have to absolutely need to necessarily win those ones, otherwise he's going to be in for a bad time.
Yeah, he's going to be in for a bad time, but Yeti just going to repel all the way in. Kind of unfortunate as Fultz is just going to run all the way outside on that main door. Yeti goes down, and that's a 5v3. It's also a very big utility off the board. Like, you've lost your Buck and you've lost nades. That's the only nades you have. That means Yellow's going to be very, very hard to clear now as well. As Fultz is going to just pulse this out, and Burke picks up a frag. Wow, that was really good, like, coordination of that information coming out there from the pulse coming out to benches. But there we go. With Spades and Evil Waffle left remaining in a 5v2. What do you think of their chances?
It's looking really slim right now, but
really, I thought
Oasis and with Oasis and Merc. Oh yeah, for Organized Chaos, it's looking really good, but for DG side, it's looking really slim.
No, I believe that Evil Waffles is gonna frag out on the frag right now. Watch this.
That's true. He's done that before in the past, but with Fultz still on that pulse, he can feed information, and right away, Spades is going to be taken down, and Evil Waffle left up in a 1v5 situation. Although Merc and Oasis are at 1 HP, Fultz will go ahead and spot him out on that cardiac sensor. Flash is going to come out. Merc is going to land that ending frag, and Organized Chaos yet again taking another. No, actually going to tie it up at 5-5.
I'm kind of disappointed that Remorse isn't in this roster anymore. Partly because when Remorse played last season in like one of their very first matches for Disrupt on this map, he managed to Capital Bolt not just himself but also his teammate who was trying to plant the diffuser. So it's something I never, make sure that he knows that happened. So Remorse, if you're watching, or if anyone knows Remorse, just remind him of that very big misplay that he did. But unfortunately he's not going to be with us. He's actually coaching Rise now, if you might believe it or not.
Yeah, big congratulations to Remorse making it to Pro League as a coach, but still, it's Pro League either way, and hopefully he's able to turn things around for Rise in the second half of the season. But we'll be moving on into the 10th round. Actually, I'll correct myself that Organized Chaos moves up 5-4. So really back and forth rounds, and I honestly wouldn't be too surprised to see a tie come out here.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of sentiments in the chat right now saying, I smell a draw coming, and I really do agree with that. I think that I really wouldn't be too surprised to see a draw coming out here just because of, like, normally it's, as I said earlier, like, a team takes this site. They're just really good at this site, and then when they go into the other sites, they're much more defender side, and it just kind of just goes like that, right? But this has been so back and forth on pretty much every single site, and I really can't tell who's the stronger team. And I honestly agree with Merc doing this, and he's actually not going to pick up the kill. Yeti doesn't go down for it, but Merc still trying to spawn lock him there. Doesn't get the kill just yet, though. That could have been a really big kill if Yeti gone down that early, because he's one of the strongest strikers from GG as well. Not only that, but as I said, really strong utility. Those frag grenades are pretty much essential roam clearing on Consulate.
Yeti's been a really big beast coming out on this match. I'm not exactly too sure what his total round count, what his total kill count is. I'm pretty sure it's still at 10 by the last round. Yeah, it's still at 10. Or yeah, 10. And Folt's finally breaking the double digit mark, sitting at 10 and 4. But the last time we came to this bomb site, Organized Chaos pretty much held things down. But Modiga getting the entry frag onto Foltz. Not only the Mirror dead, a lot of information in C4 off the board. Shots coming through from Merc above on the spiral stairs. Evens things out now at 4-4. Coming up the spiral stairs, I think that's going to be Yeti. No, it's actually on the rappel.
Oh my god. This is a very risky rappel for Spades to try and do that, but he will not be able to get a kill out of it just yet. As Modiga just pushes all the way onto the anti-chamber as Evil Waffle does plant the diffuser down. Nades do go out. Modiga trying to get his way in, but Art does take down one. Modiga gets another. As we see a 3v3 situation developing. This is very, very even across the score count now. OC looking for that confirmed draw as they do manage to try and rotate around, but they still have that upstairs control. Spades just walking all the way through the connector. Art has no idea he's here. There we go. Spades takes him down, but yes, he goes down as well. This is very even right now. 2v2. Pretty much as Yeti is down, but Modiga takes down Gurmy. Now it's a 1v2. Merc could definitely clutch this out though. He does shoot the Nomad off, and that's really got to be very suspicious there, but no, Yeti does get revived now, and then Merc is going to try and push all the way through onto the meeting room hatch. The plant is going to go down from Spades, and hopefully should be pretty good to lock it out. But there's still potential for Merc to try and bring this in here. Modiga almost looks the wrong way and almost costs him his life here. As he's just going to rotate all the way down, but the pistol whip comes out from Merc. There we go. Modiga going to go down instantly. And now it's a 1v2 situation. This is looking very, very good for Merc to try and clutch this out, because both operators are pretty low. But there we go. Merc takes down Yeti. It's all down to Spades in a 1v1. Can Merc confirm the draw and get the clutch out? Spades has managed to rotate all the way out. Merc knows where he is. He's actually going to be able to revive himself in cover, as he is going to be able to do that quite effectively. Spades going to try and rotate all the way. Of course, playing comp sets, he's not going to know he downed him. As Spades runs all the way to the anti-chamber. He's got to sprint. Spades sprint. But no, he can't get it. But does Merc have enough time? I don't think he does. Oh no, that's disappointing. Merc with almost 1v3 clutch. This doesn't happen for him.
A very valiant effort coming out from Merc, and I think if he had maybe 2 more seconds left on that timer, Spades played it perfectly. Although he gave up his life, it was the life that needed to be given up in order for Disrupt to tie it up yet again. But, you know, once again, Merc, a very valiant effort, tried his best, or she just ran out of time at the very end, and Disrupt yet again making another tie. And it would be really interesting to see either one of these teams wheel away the next 2 rounds with W's in their pockets.
W's in their pockets. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. But we are going to get into round number 11. This is going to go the full distance. I just want to say as well that some people coming in here might notice that the game has started quite late. That's because of just some technical issues we had earlier on, but we are getting back on schedule now. And hopefully everything catches up and we won't have those issues next week. But getting into round number 11, we're going to see a downstairs defense coming out here on Consulate. What do you think of the lineups here?
It's not too different that Organized Chaos has been running downstairs. Same thing for DG. They've pretty much been running the same lineup almost every single round. Faults on the pulse and giving Gurmy the Jaeger. I think that's a pretty good call, given that Gurmy's a very aggressive player. He makes a lot of unorthodox peaks that you really wouldn't expect from someone. But Gurmy is a one-of-a-kind player, and with that aggression and just how the peeker's advantage lately has been this season, I think Gurmy can utilize that to the full potential that it can be used to.
I'd agree with that. I mean, again, Disrupt is kind of one of those teams that seem to just do their thing, right? They bring the same lineup every single time. I still am not 100% about this Thermite pick, and I kind of mentioned quite a lot about how I don't think a Thermite is good for an upstairs take, and there's kind of just a few moments where you can do very, very well with it, like if you're going for a yellow take, but it's kind of very specific. But I guess it's worked out for them so far, and we'll see what kind of adaptation they're going to bring through further. But that's kind of another thing that's going wrong here. I don't think there's been too much adaptation from either team right now. Oh my god! Fultz, what are you doing? This man is in Visa. He's sprinting. He tried to get out of there. He tried to get a free frag, and it did not work out for him. That is a massive gamble from Fultz.
Yeah, sometimes high risks end up in high rewards, but that time there's no reward at all coming out for OC, but a big reward coming out for Disrupt. And I really think what happened was that the air jab forced Fultz into a certain position to where he couldn't rotate closer to the window, because if he moved over to the window, he'd be caught off by that air jab. But Merc has rotated over to Tellers. If he doesn't play his cards right, getting lit up is going to be by Spades. Spades and Merc getting into a very early conflict, and if Merc comes around, it'll actually be Modiga taking the head off of Merc, and already DG is looking primed to run away with this in the last minute 15.
And Gurmy also getting very aggressive here, but Evil Waffle will instantly shut down any of that happening as we move into the final minute of the round. This is looking very, very good for Disrupt right now. If they can close out the round, they can guarantee themselves a draw here. As Yeti could be doing work in Piano to try and open it up. Oasis going to try and fight him through the vertical play, but not able to do just yet. He goes down, but Art takes down Reed. But he's now put himself in a 1v4. It's all down to Art to try and bring this in. As Evil Waffle starts to inhale that smoke, but takes down a little bit of health on him. Art takes down one, but can't finish it off. He gets taken down by Fultz. And it's all over. Sorry, not by Fultz, by Spades.
I think that round was due to over-aggression coming out from Organized Chaos and just really unpredictability.
I think that round came down a lot to the fact that there was a Pulse going ham. I don't know what it is about Pulse players on OC at the moment. They just seem to just do whatever and just run out. Like, a Pulse is so important utility on Consulate because there's... How do I phrase this in a nice way? Right, okay, so here, if you're in Archives, you can sit there and you can pulse out quite a lot of stuff that is going on. You have a C4, most of the floors are destructible in Consulate, so you have a lot of control there and you have a lot of intel. What doesn't happen if you throw that C4 out of a random window, don't get a kill for it, and then you die in Visa on a rotate, that is, it is questionable what's been happening on the Pulses from OC, and I think this is why they've been losing a lot of their defenses, because of a lack of intel.
Yeah, lack of intel really does not favor defense, given that defense has so much like room for information. With a Pulse being off the board in the first 40 seconds, that does not bode any defensive team really any good. The Pulse, like you mentioned before, you know, the Pulse can play a lot safer downstairs inside of Archives. He can pulse out below. You know, he can pulse out to the windows, to the door frames that are outside of Visa. He can give that information that's needed. So depending on how that Pulse player plays, the defense can be primed and ready for any kind of push that the attackers can make. But right now, it is do or die time for Organized Chaos, and Disrupt really needs to win this round if they want to walk away and end the night with 6 points.
Well, it's going to be... I think it's honestly going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Disrupt here, but Reed bringing out the Blackbeard. This guy's sick of it. It's like... I love how NA just treats Blackbeard as this ultimate epiphany operator, right? Where they only bring it, it's like match point, and they really need to win a gunfight. I never see Blackbeard as like a solid strategy for a team in NA. I don't know, I think it's funny sometimes. Like, you see it all the time in EU, but it's like a different kind of region, I guess. But obviously Reed is going to be rappelling up onto the south side and seeing what he can do. This is a really good position for Blackbeard to play, and Blackbeard is a great operator on a Consulate. He can really just do work on these windows, and especially with this upstairs take, it could go very well. But we're seeing the Habana coming out from Evil Waffle, which I'm really glad to see. Good adaptation coming out from them, and they're going for the exact same push that OC basically did, and it should be going very well. But oh my god, Oasis gets flashed as he goes to the rotate. That could have been devastating for him. It would have been paying attention, but no, Oasis is going to wide peek out of it. He takes down one, but instantly shot out by Yeti as he moves into a 4v4. This is looking very, very good for Disrupt right now.
Yeah, I was going to say that you normally see a lot of players utilize Blackbeard in their strats. One thing that you could say that EU's over in NA. But really, Consulate is just a very great map, no matter if it's Blackbeard or Glass that's on this, especially on this upstairs bomb site. It's really interesting to see why Reed hasn't gone for, you know, the console windows. He can provide a lot of pressure onto Organized Chaos and come for a crossfire with Yeti moving up through long desk.
Yeah, 4v4 coming out here as we got Merc going to be playing around onto the console front desk to see what he can do. And this great crossfire that's been pretty much established by almost every single time that someone is held up here. There we go. Yes, he's going to be holding down, but Art is going to pick up the kill onto Spades. And now it's a 4v3 situation. This is all starting to fall apart for Disrupt right now as Yeti goes so low in HP. Flashes are going to come out ahead of him, however. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. And the shotgun is going to come out from Art, but Gurmy takes down Yeti on a sliver of HP. The shotgun comes out from Art. He takes it down. It's all down to Reed in a 1v4. Can he clutch it out, or will it be a draw? It will be a Nitro from below, and Fultz will close out the match. Organized Chaos will take the draw, and will take the 1 point home. And just as you predicted, Chris, that's going to be the result.
Draw and no interview, unfortunately, for either team. Very well played out, coming out to Organized Chaos on that final round. Unfortunately, Yeti with the 12 bomb was not able to provide enough for the push, but 3 members coming out from Organized Chaos being Merc, Fultz,